In this video, we're going to look at hitting the target mean. So that's when you have a question and you're asked to find a value that will get you to some target average, some target mean. So we're going to look at two different methods for hitting the target mean, and then we'll do some practice problems on Khan as well. So method one is target total current total method. So we're going to find the target total, what we're trying to get to. We're going to find our current total, and then we're going to subtract to see how far we have to go. So let's take a look at that method in the context of this first problem. B student Bobby currently has an average test grade of 78. He has taken 6 tests. What does Bobby need to score on his next test to bring his average grade up to a B minus, 80? Well, okay, so let's start with the target. His target is an 80. And he's taken 6 tests now, so his next test will be his 7th test. So his target he needs to get an average of 80, he needs 560 points. 80 times 7. Because if he gets to 560 points through 7 tests, when the teacher goes to find his average and does 560 divided by 7, Bobby's going to have an average of 80. Alright, well, what is his current total? He's averaging a 78 through 6 tests, right? So to get from the mean or the average to the total, you multiply. So 78 through 6 tests. That's going to get us 420 plus 48, 468. And our final step is to subtract the current total from the target total. And when we do that, we're going to get 92. So he needs to get a 92% on his next test. That seems reasonable. Alright, method 2 is the bar graph method. So in this method, we're going to draw a bar representing the number for each of the current items. On the right side, we're going to draw a bar representing the target mean we're trying to hit. And then for each of the current bars, we're going to write plus or minus above or below the bar, showing how far away from the target mean that item was. We're going to add all those pluses and minuses together to the target mean bar to get our final answer. So this will be a lot clearer when we do this example. Alright, over the past 6 nights, erudite Erica has read 14, 13, 27, 19, and 18 pages. How many pages does she need to read the next night to increase her average to 20 per day? Alright, so she's trying to get to 20. She wants to be averaging 20 pages per night. Right? And for these first 6 nights, she's read 14, 13, 27. Okay, so this day she did better than the average. 19, and 18 pages. Now I'm going to put in the numbers. 14, 13, 27, 19, and 18. Alright, well we know to get to 20 on the last day, to be averaging 20, she needs to get at least 20 for sure. So she needs to get this 20, and then she needs to get an extra 6 to make up for this day, where she fell 6 short of her goal, an extra 7 for this day, an extra 1 for this day, and an extra 2 for this day. However, on this middle day, she actually read 7 more pages than her goal. So she basically has 7 extra in the bank that she can use. So now we're on step 3, which is for each of the bars, we're going to add up these blue and red numbers. So this came out nicely because the plus 7 minus 7 canceled out, right? These 7 extra pages he read on the middle day are going to compensate for the 7 pages she didn't read on this day when she read 13 pages. So we have a plus 6, plus 1, plus 2. Altogether, that's plus 9, right? So we got to take that plus 9 now and add it to the 20, and that'll be our answer. That's how many pages she needs to read on that 7th day. 29 pages. She needs to read 9 extra pages in addition to the 20 to make up for the fact that she came up a little bit short these first 6 days. All right. Now note that for both of these problems, we could have used either method. So we could have used the target method on this problem and we would have got the same answer. We could have used the bar method on this problem and we would have got the same answer. So it's really up to you which method you prefer. So we're going to take a look at some con problems now, and I'll try to pick what I think is the best method for solving it. All right, here we go. The following table shows each of Haruka's final exam scores last semester. Astronomy 72, Biology 85, Physics 92, Chemistry blank. If the mean of the data set is 84 points, find Haruka's final exam score in chemistry. All right, well, she ends up with an 84 average. So I'm going to use the bar method here in a modified form. I'm going to look at these 3 numbers, right? And I'm just going to find how far away from 84 they are. So let's see, this 72, she was 12 points short of what she ended up with in average. And then this biology, she did 1 better. And this physics, she did 8 better. So overall, this adds to minus 9, plus 12. Overall, she still needs to make up 3 points. She's pretty close to an 84, but she's 3 points away. So she needs to get an 87 on this chemistry test. If she gets an 87, those extra 3 points will make up from the 3 that she was short, and she'll have a final average of 84. The following data points represent the number of remote controllers each student in Lena's video game owns, 103. If the mean of the data set is 2, find the missing number of remote controllers. All right, here I'm going to use the target method. So the mean is 2, and there's 4 remote controllers. 4 times 2 is 8. So they must add to 8 to have a mean of 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And so far, these 3 add to 4 remote controllers. So that last student must own 4 remote controllers. The following table shows last year's revenue for each Herman's Hoagies location. Cedarton 121, Brimber 189, Linton 147. Granton unknown. If the mean of the data set is $158,000, find the revenue for the Granton location. Let's use the target method again here. The target is going to be 158,000, which is the average, times 4 for 4 locations. That is, let's see, 15 times 4 is 60, so 632. Now let's add up what we currently have. Currently, these 3 numbers add to, let's see, 190 plus 120, 310 plus 147 is 457. So that's the current. We're going to find how far away from the target we are. 632 minus 457 is 175. So the Granton location must have made $175,000. Final problem. The following data points represent the volume of gas in each race car driver's tank in liters: 4, 5, 13, blank. If the mean of the data set is 7 liters, find the missing volume of gas. Alright, here I'm going to make some bar graphs. So here's our target. The average is 7 gallons, or 7 liters. So we have one tank with 4, one tank with 5, and one tank with 13. So these tanks with 4 and 5, this tank with 4 is 3 short of the average, this tank with 5 is 2 short of the average, so we need to add 3 and add 2. But this tank with 13 has 6 extra liters. So overall, if we look at these numbers, plus 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, minus 6, overall we're short by 1. I can put that underneath. 7 minus 1 is 6. And that's our final answer.